What's up, y'all? We are live again. It's day 4. Okay, day 4 of being on live. I'm pretty excited. It's just the consistency part of it. You'd be like, "Oh man, it's getting real." Um, yeah, I'll make sure everybody get online, man. Make sure you type in the chat. Getting the live, man. Getting the live chat. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we got. All right. We on. We on. I know y'all see the title. Y'all thinking this clickbait probably. Y'all probably think I'm playing. Okay, so yesterday in my live, I had uh, people put in there what they want me to talk about, and one of the people that were watching, man, one of the supporters was saying they want to talk about the effects of negative music, right? And I was kind of like, man, should I talk about it? But it's a lot. It's really a lot to it, man. It's a lot to it. It's 7 points I want to go over today because I think that sometimes we may not realize what we are listening to and how that really affects us sometimes. But these are the 7 things that I believe is affecting of it, man. So you got the emotional influence part, cognitive effects, you got the behavior changes, psychological impact, social effects, and long-term effects, and then health implications. I know that's a lot, right? I know, but it's kind of deeper than what we think, right? Because when we listen to the music, we don't think that it really has too much impact on us, depending on what we listening to. And some stuff we listen to will have that type of effect on us, but some music may not, especially depending on the type of person you are. We live in a world where people everything is reality. I mean, you could put a fake AI picture up and people believe it's you, and it's not. It's just out of hand right now. But this person wanted me to talk about it. But the first thing is emotional influence. So I think we've all been like guilty of this. We talk about how like sometimes some of the music make you mad. Sometimes we some head buzzers, we some head buzzers, like stuff like that. I mean, is the song exciting and hype? Yeah, but the connotation behind it though is kind of it's like you want to fight somebody. So it is bring out the aggression sometimes. I do. I have seen it happen multiple times. People have a fight song on, and these folks get to fighting, like just straight up get to fighting. Was it the benefit? Not really, but they will do that sometimes. So it's one of the things that I'll be careful of. Don't let this music influence you. That's really the first piece. Do not let this music influence you. Please don't, because it shouldn't influence you like that. It definitely be something for you to utilize for yourself. If you need some motivation and stuff like that, it's other music to listen to, of course, but at the same time, the negativity piece is obviously your interpretation of it for one, and then two, if you continue to do that, it will have some adverse effects. I know for me, I remember when I was young, man, like my my mom, like she was went to the beauty shop and stuff, and I was a huge Harry Potter fan. Like when I was a kid, when I first saw Harry Potter, I was like, hey man, that's my dude, right? Like and I was telling somebody this the other day, like you watch Harry Potter, it really has a lot of biblical principles in it. If you really pay attention to the movie, it really does. But that's a whole nother thing. But all in all, moment was at the beauty shop, whatever, and I was talking about Harry Potter at the time. And then when she was talking about it, like the people around, like, oh yeah, he's gonna be I think they said a devil worshiper or something like that because of it. I don't know. You know how sometimes us as African Americans we can just be exaggerate things, but basically they were saying Harry Potter was witchcraft and was devil worshiping and all this other stuff they were saying. All in all, I didn't do any of these things, right? So, but it was a connotation for watching this stuff, and there was a emotional influence. I do feel like sometimes me trying to especially like being a parent and stuff, you're just trying to protect your children, from all type of harm and danger, of course, and you do whatever you have to do that. But sometimes you as a parent, you know what type of kid you have and know that, hey, my kid ain't gonna be in a witchcraft or whatever. I got him or her in church or whatever. So that projection, man, just negate it. I feel like a lot of stuff is can be negated if you know what type of life you live in. Like, you're not robbing people and all this other stuff out here. Of course, listening to, like a Sexy Red or whatever quote unquote negative connotation this music has, right? Doesn't necessarily mean your life will be that. Okay. It doesn't necessarily mean that. Now, granted, it may have an influence in your life being in some way, depending on the type of person you are. If you're a person that heavily influenced by music, well, yeah, okay, cool. You're right. It will influence you. But if you're not a person that easily influenced by music or easily influenced by stuff that you read every day, and you have a pretty much a center about yourself, you'll be straight. Like, don't worry about that. So first thing is emotional influence, negative emotions, right? So music with dark lyrics, right, can invoke feelings of sadness and anger and hopelessness. You can definitely feel that happen when it comes to you doing it. I think we all listened to something that was like hype. I ain't gonna lie. Night Like Us is a great song, right? It's a great song. But this man is going in on Drake, right? He going in on him, right? Like, you gonna think that this has been pop. Like, he going in and he's being aggressive. Now, is it a beef song? Definitely. But would I say that, hey, it's super duper negative and never listen to whatever in your life? Like, I won't say that either. It's all about you and your perspective. If you're a artist and you definitely like art and you like to see these things arise as far as like the battles of like who's great and greater, it's nothing really different than us watching Kobe and LeBron seeing Kendrick and Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to see stuff like that. It's just an entertainment piece. I think that entertainment definitely has a lot of negative connotations and positives depending on what it is. But this is just basically the effects of whatever you listen to. I ain't even gonna just say negative. Whatever you listen to, these are effects of what you listen to. Cognitive effects of your thought patterns. You start thinking about stuff. You start getting kind of angry with the lyrics you're listening to. Like I said, we some head busters or whatever, right? Whatever the song may be, fighting song, whatever. What he said in that one song, he said that it was like dang, what happened? He said, I came to the club. Gator boo with the pimped out Gucci suit. Yeah, I ain't got no job, but I stay fly. Can't pay my rent, but all my money spent. Okay? That song was lit, right? But the dude was saying he was broke. That was the song was about, bro. We was kids. We didn't even know they was talking about that, but that's what he said. Can't pay my rent, all my money spent, but I stay fly, though. Hey, I stay fly. I don't care what you say. I don't care if I got no money. I stay fly. That's what the song was saying. So those patterns, let's say you heard that song and then you end up going to the club, ain't got no money, right? Man, how did that happen? Man, I gotta listen to Mannie Fresh. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at that. I don't think nobody ever said it, but I'm gonna get to this, man, because this is funny. I'm laughing at it because, man, this is like hilarious because we've been listening to stuff we were kids and didn't know these folks was talking like this. They were talking really reckless. Somebody need to make a song about inflation, though. Somebody need to do that. That's an important song for the culture. Talk about inflation. Please talk about inflation. The next one is behavior changes, man. So you can see yourself being aggressive and more risk-taking and stuff. Like, I think when that song Tiger had, what was the song Tiger had? Dang, I can't think of it. It was like YOLO. No, YOLO. That was Drake. YOLO, this song, right? People just balling out. Y'all only live once. Stuff like that. You probably adopted it at that time frame. Probably did. I know I did it a couple times when that song was out. Because I definitely did that. But YOLO was definitely a thing to say. Risk taking increases, psychological impact. The same stuff I'm talking about can definitely be flipped into being positive. Okay, so there's not negate the positive piece to these things. Because sometimes we can look at this stuff and be like, oh well, it's negative. But at the same time, if you listen to a playlist full of that Delphonics, y'all know what Delphonics is. The Delphonics, Float On, all them type of songs have the same effect. So just understand that it's all about what you hear sometimes. Really, it's about what you hear a lot because you got to be careful what's in your ear, man, and who is in your ear. Please be careful who is in your ear. Please be careful on who is in your ear. That's the most important thing what you get today out of all of this. All of this I'm about to go over, just think about that first because this is where it's at. So psychological impact, okay? So you definitely would start seeing like your mood change. I know for me, like when I listen to like some positive music in the morning and stuff, I be feeling like really antsy and ready to go. Even when I listen to like my music I got on my playlist for running, like today when I ran, like I was just in a point to where like I just zoned in and being therapeutic with what I was doing and not saying the music like help me. And like the music that's on playlist, it ranges. I have positive stuff, I have some stuff that's kind of crazy on there, but I just be running, I'm not really focused more so on like, hey, what's on that song, unless I'm in a point where I'm trying to like sprint something out or do something kind of more strenuous. I have something on there, but I don't let that happen. But it does have a mood regulation impact to you. Okay, so like some people, like I was talking about yesterday, I was talking about how like you can use your negative to positives, and this is the way you can do it too. I know a lot of people. I don't know if you all seen the shop over LeBron. He had 60 red and 100,000 on there today. And I really was more so focused on 100,000 because he's with the Dungeon family, and this man is a legend. And he was talking about how he turned one of his negatives to positive. I don't know if y'all know about the quote that he did. We talked about the South got something to say. And he was definitely saying there was fuel from negativity because he was like, when they opened up the envelope, they was like, Outkast? Like this, how they said it. And he was frustrated about it. That's what he said. The South got something to say. Y'all in New York and stuff, but the South got something to say. And I still believe it to this day. I posted it today as well, man. If you motivated in Memphis or motivated in the South, you can be motivated anywhere at this point because it really ain't nothing gonna stop you but yourself. Because I've lived in other places. I lived overseas. I lived in the States. I lived in both, and I'm telling you, the South is like the most rugged, the most grittiest it can be. Because if you not on that rugged, gritty type situation for yourself, bro, you're not gonna get out the mud. You're gonna stay in the mud. And matter of fact, you may go reverse. You may reverse. You know how hard it is to reverse out of the mud? Try to do it in the car, see what happens. Memphis like that, man. I really believe Memphis really like that. Like we form diamonds. I would testify to that. I'm a product of that because it is. And I think that sometimes we negate that a lot. And this isn't we negate it a lot. Memphis is in general. We're not even go into that whole hour spiel, but we definitely are overlooked a lot, and it's frustrating. Just like I feel like Andre felt like it's frustrating to just keep doing what you're doing over and over and over again, and then people overlooking you, and just because of the city you in and all this other stuff, it shouldn't even matter. It shouldn't even matter what city and state you're from. It just really should matter what you bring into the content world. And I think that we at a point now where the most people that's like most, big or whatever, like I'm talking about like millions and millions. These people are like in California and stuff like that, or they're in New York or whatever. But it's also people in Memphis too that's doing this social media stuff and content creation and trying to get there. But the South just being overlooked, it's getting annoying at this point. Like it's like we got gatekeepers around us, something. I don't know, but we getting there, and we striding, and we just got to keep putting one foot in the front of the other. I know I'm getting off topic, but I'm passionate about the South and I'm passionate about Memphis. And I really get frustrated a lot when I hear people just really down us and kick us down. It's really just annoying because at the end of the day, like these people that's talking bad about us, like what are they doing to change it? What are they doing to try to implement change? 9 out of 10, they not. They ain't trying to change nothing. They want us to be the same. They want us to stay being this rugged place, the highest crime, all this other stuff, and stay in their mode, and it ain't what it's supposed to be. We ain't supposed to be like that at all. In no way. Like we, from us being younger to now, like especially people that's out there in our 30s, I ain't trying to knock nobody age, but it's us in our 30s and what we've seen and what we've been through to get to where we at now is a blessing from God. And then on top of that, we able to actually give back too. We in position to give back now. So it's like, come on now, we gotta do better. And we are doing better. It's just that now it's just we had just this connotation of stigma for Memphis, and we got to did it. Like there's got to be did it. And I come back and forth with anybody on that one. I'm sorry, because everybody just gonna try to just keep on overlooking Memphis and being like, hey, Memphis this, Memphis did. Like, bro, you don't even know what's going on here. And if you're not here, just don't speak on it. If you moved and left and all that, don't even speak on it no more because you're not here. You don't feel it no more. So it is what it is. And the people that are here that's doing stuff, man, keep doing what you're doing. Keep going. Like it's not stopping. Like I'm doing these lives and all this stuff, like because I love to do this stuff. And this is what I do, and it is what it is. But back to that, my bad. I done went on a tangent. My fault. So we're talking about psychological impact. So it definitely motivates you or can demotivate you. I know you all I know it's a lot of artists, some artists out there, especially now, a lot of these artists have become more emotionally in tune, and they like super kind of depressed sometimes. Like you can hear it in their song, and you be like, I don't want to hear that right now, and you call the next song. So I know I've done that before because it is psychological impact on that. Like you hear somebody about the stuff they did, the stuff they doing or whatever, and you listening to it, man, I want to hear all that from the same song. Next, so there's a piece of it too. Social effects. So like music, yes, you definitely have a peer influence. That's with anything. Peer influence. You see, your other friends liking this song or whatever, and you start liking it. I don't know if y'all remember, like, y'all know some of these songs that like went number one that we really didn't like in the beginning, but they kept playing it over and over and over again, and you started liking it. I hate that market tactic, that marketing scheme, but they used it a lot. So yeah, and I've been guilty of it. Like some songs, like I didn't like that. What's that song? That Million Dollar Baby song. When I first heard it, I really didn't like it like that. But I heard it, I think the 13th time, and I was like, "That's a bop." But at first, I did not like this song at all. Long-term effects. Now I'm gonna elaborate this a little bit longer. So desensitization. That is one of the biggest things that been going on in media in general, man. Like, do y'all know it's not really normal what we seeing and hearing? It's not normal, honestly. Us as human beings to be seeing what we seeing on the TV and the things that we be hearing on the radio. It's not really normal when you think about like when you go back to old times. But that's creating desensitization. Like when you see somebody go through something or something like that, like it's not normal what you're seeing. It's not normal. It's just a form of desensitization, and it comes over repeated exposure of it. So like you can get to the point to where you become numb to seeing this stuff, and you're just used to seeing it, and you're just like, okay, it is what it is. So resilience is another part. Like you can see something negative so many times to where you like, hey, well, I haven't seen it all this time, so I'm just going. It is what it is now. Like I've been listening to negative music for 80 years. Well, not 80 years. Sorry, I've been listening to negative music since I was 5. So what is it now? It doesn't matter. Or hey, it ain't did nothing to me, which could be true too. But I think sometimes with that you learn how to like negate that type of like exposure, and it takes practice because I think a lot of people that do listen to this music, I don't think a lot of people really act on the things that they listen to. But I do think over time, a lot of this stuff does become a part of you without thinking about it. You just got to be careful and understand that you're not a product of what you heard on that song or whatever. But this all come in due time. Health implications, stress and anxiety, that can happen, but it's like another level of it. This is like I'm talking based on this right now. I know it may be kind of controversial, but it's based on people that literally take this stuff literal and act on it literal. And that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to have you think that like the fact you listen to negative music that you will be doing these things. It's just the fact that it could have these effects if you're not knowledgeable of these things. But this is created for people that take the music literal and believe it wholeheartedly and go full-fledged into it. And that's not how it's supposed to be. The sleep disturbances and stress and anxiety, yeah, it can happen, but it also can happen based on your lifestyle. If you got a lifestyle where you doing, heavy drugs, whatever it may be, you're not gonna ever have, good stress and anxiety. It's always gonna be through the roof. You're gonna think somebody after you or whatever. And sleep disturbances to be same thing. It is based on what you do. If you listen to my live yesterday, I was talking about how like you should implement these different healthy habits for yourself, for your life, because it's preventative to make sure that you don't fall into a certain category for yourself. Because everybody wants to be the best version of themselves. They just don't want to do the work to do it. They just don't want to do the work to. They don't want to wake up and have everything. And that's not how it works. It never has worked out like that ever. You can look at like people that's got to the top tier of their career or the top tier of any type of profession. They would tell you they did not become great overnight. Like I think LeBron just said he knew that he would be in a category of great when he was 17, but he didn't know what that looked like. Like he just was finally at a point where he can be individual, his individual self. And that's something that we have to give grace for ourselves over time on, because this being great stuff, man, I know it can feel overrated sometimes because you doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you may not even get the same result you did before. Like I know that I think Russell Westbrook, he ended up getting a triple double the first time he got MVP, and they gave it to him. He earned it. My bad, he earned it. And then the second time he had a triple double, they didn't give him an MVP. There's a prime example of like greatness, right? Like, okay, you can do whatever is considered impossible to do back to back or whatever, and you won't get this same result. Like he didn't get a back to back MVP because of it. So like this is the same thing with life. Sometimes we can be in a mode where we're actually doing what we have to do, but people won't see it like that. Back goes back to the South got something to say, same thing. And that's where life is. I just don't want you all to be focused too much on this recognition stuff, man. I'm telling you, if you fall into that pool, you're gonna put yourself in a whole different type of mental state because you're gonna be trying to chase something that ain't really worth chasing. And you'll realize that in your life, and you realize it later, like you're not gonna have really what you want because you really want happiness. That everybody want happiness, and happiness takes work. It takes work to find out what makes you happy. It takes work to find out the things that bring joy to your life, and it's within you. It's not within somebody else you're dating or whatever. Like your happiness is within yourself, and you have to do what you have to do to get there. And not a lot of people have happiness. A lot of people have peace. I've met people and I told them to their face, yeah, you don't like peace. You don't. And I've told them that you don't like peace. I gave them reasons why. Like you just don't like peace. You like chaos. You like thriving off of negativity. That's good to a point. The negative thriving part, I talked about it yesterday. Yeah, you can take a negative and turn it to a positive, but you shouldn't be doing it every single day in your life. Yeah, somebody did this today. Let me go hard. Like, nah, that ain't how it's supposed to be. That ain't life supposed to be lived. And if you do those things continuously, you'll be able to have a life, of course, but it won't be fulfilled. Won't be fulfillment. You want to be able to serve your purpose and do what you got to do to um, have the life that you deserve. I know that we go through things and we feel like sometimes we don't deserve certain things out of life, but you deserve it all. You're here. You're able to be here and know what to do, how to be better, and all of it. Like you know what you got to do. You got to do it. Just do what you got to do. Just stop being on the wayside about it. Like do what you got to do. You know what got to be done. You know what your passion is. You know what you love to do. You know all of this stuff. Just do it, man. Just stop playing games with it. There ain't no point in playing games no more. Just do it. I know I'm definitely off subject at this point, but yeah, this I just wanted to fulfill what this subscriber wanted me to do, and I did do that part. Thank you so much, Alexis. What's her name? Thank you so much for submitting this submission, and I did complete that. If you had anything else to add to that, you can put that in the chat definitely. But other than that, I'm gonna talk about people trying to serve their purpose. So go back to your purpose, y'all. Y'all need to definitely focus on your purpose right now because we in a time now where things are getting weird financially. Inflation is through the roof. Everybody's talking about it. You know what's going on right now. Everybody talking about like Project 2025 and all this other stuff. I know I was talking about this on my story. I was just like, just stop, just stop, just stop doing it, man. Stop worrying about things you're not in control of. Now, if you're in the government, you work for Congress or whatever and stuff like that, okay, cool, yeah. You have a little bit more say so with whatever going on or input directly, but you're not a direct input, man. Just don't worry about that, please, man. I done seen so many posts about this Friday 2025 stuff. It's ridiculous. I just open up anything, it automatically says it. So just don't worry about it, y'all. I'm telling y'all, just do what you got to do. It'll be okay, and it will be fine. Don't overthink it. Just do what you gotta do. Do what's within your um, control. What else? I think this is really all I want to touch on today. Because at this point, I think that y'all got any questions, anything that y'all think would be beneficial for the live today? Because this live is definitely impromptu. I'm doing another one tomorrow. Uh, not tomorrow. Sorry, the next one will be Saturday. Next one will be on Saturday, not tomorrow, because I want to space these out and advertise these a bit more. I know that every time I'm on here, y'all like, man, you're doing live, and what is he talking about? And it's kind of like abrupt. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more marketing on my end. I apologize for that, short notice, but I'm glad y'all tuned in for sure. Because right now, my goal is just to make sure that everybody get what they need, man. Because as far as especially from the coaching aspect, because a lot of people worried out here. I'm over here reviewing this stuff real quick. Let me see if I get any questions. Y'all have anything? Put in here. Put some comments. See if I got any of those. If y'all got any questions or comments, man, I could talk about it. I got time. So if y'all got anything y'all think I should elaborate on, I can do that right now. Y'all can put it in the chat, and I'll be there. I'll be there for them. I hope y'all had a good day today too, by the way. I had to put that out there. Hope y'all had a good day. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all haven't too. Make sure y'all subscribe because subscribers have been going up lately. I'm proud that people are finding value in the content and trying to actually be a part of it, and I'm proud of it. I think that it's definitely at a point now when it comes to content that more quality stuff needs to be going viral. I mean by quality, I mean like not the goofy comedy stuff. Like this cool to a point, but that's what mainly what they're pushing. You know, what the algorithm is pushing is this funny stuff, and I'm still trying to figure out ways to incorporate like funny stuff into my content, but it's kind of hard because I kind of want people to get the point of what I'm talking about, because what I'm talking about is not normal or something that you will see go viral often. But at the end of the day, it's things that you may be able to relate to, may not, but it's just the message of it all. The whole thing is everything I talk about is mainly wanting you to become your better self by any means necessary for you to have the life that you want. Because everybody is always pushing to something or pushing to a goal or pushing to a certain life. And sometimes we get to attain it, sometimes we're not able to. But if we have the right steps in place to get there, that's what I want to help you get to. I don't care like how long you think it'll take. Like I need you to be like, hey, I want to do an action plan. I want to do this, want to do that. Make sure you message me if you do want to do any of these things, because it's really serious right now. I know if you are looking at what's happening in the world, man, we're at a point. I just saw the other day, it said 46% of people in Gen X are financially supported by their parents. So they're showing that like the finance piece in America right now is really bad, because I know growing up, like we didn't have to worry about like paying bills and stuff as far as we were kids, but now like a lot of kids, especially like under 18, some under 18, thinking about they got to help their parents with bills and stuff like that. And their parents probably already working 2 jobs. Like it's people working 2 and 3 jobs, man, just to stay afloat in life. And this not cool. This slavery. Like I work 2 jobs. I know how to feel. I know how it feels to work 2 jobs. I know how it feels to work 70, 80 hours a week. When 70 hours a week is not cool in any way. It ain't cool working 70, 80 hours, man, a week, and you get home, you just going to sleep. That's all you're doing, going to sleep. And then after you sleep, you're gonna end up waking back up just to do the same rotation all over again. Working 16-hour days, 14-hour days, everyone to call it. Like it's not normal, but now it's the norm to work multiple jobs. It's the norm to be struggling like to that level, and then you working multiple jobs. Like it's sad right now. So whatever your purpose is, your passion, the stuff that you want to do with your life, you need to figure it out now. Because if you don't figure it out now, man, later on, you do not want to figure out later on. Later on is fine too for some people. But if you don't have nothing going on right now and you haven't figured it out and you trying to get traction, it's better to do it now than later, because later is going to be way harder, especially life going to get real later on too. So just know that. Definitely just know that. Y'all got anything else, man? Y'all got any questions? Y'all got questions? Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see my boy Ralph in here. I see Danielle in here. I see Jay in here. The Oliver lady in here. Mike, Jasmine Love in here. I see my boy LJ in here in the chat. They're in the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming out, man, and listening to me with my bald head, man. Thank y'all for that. Yeah, cause yeah, I'm talking about some real stuff, man. I know that some of these lives y'all may want to see a little bit more entertaining than this, but pretty basic, pretty to the point for me, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, cause I ain't trying to be out here just trying to clickbait y'all real quick. I was just answering what the people wanted. But my next live will be on Saturday, y'all. I have a special guest, surprise guest. I'll let y'all know that tomorrow. I'll be live on Saturday, and we'll let you know what the topic could be and everything. I hope y'all can tune in. It's gonna be really great because it's gonna be the first time I'm doing a live and then a live with a guest. So it's gonna be pretty cool. I think the lives are way more beneficial, man, than doing these videos because you have the live interaction. I think that's very important, especially in the world we're living in now, man. Live interaction is key to everything right now. So providing it for y'all as well. So if there's nothing else, man, I'll see y'all on Saturday. Y'all do y'all do. Have y'all a great week, man. I'm BCA, Coach Blanche. Let me know if y'all got anything on me to talk about next time or any for the future reels. I'm gonna be doing multiple reels anyway. So y'all got any topics, I'll knock them out. We'll talk about them. And you can email me, you can message me, anything like that, and we can connect. Okay, so I see y'all. Oh, Strength of L. Hey, what's up, Cuzzo? Welcome to the jump. Welcome to the live. I'm just about to end it too, right? But thank you for coming in here, though. Yeah, so it's gonna be on Facebook. But yeah, this one gonna be cut short because I the topic today it really wasn't too much to even elaborate on. We were just like quick. It was quick. So thank y'all for all tuning in, man. And Saturday, make sure Saturday y'all tune in. I'll put it out on my platforms for y'all to tune in Saturday with my special guest, and we'll go from there, y'all. So y'all a good weekend, man. Y'all a good Friday to tomorrow Friday. Have a good weekend. I'll see y'all Saturday. Be safe out.